4ZZZ 102.1 FM. You are listening to Alphabet Soup with our Letter O show, and those songs you heard, that was a cut from our album of the week. That was Bodies of Divine, Infinite and Eternal Spirit. Now, literally, almost every single song started with S, so I didn't have a Letter O track, so I just picked one. That was Song for Fear. Before that, we had a request for Sandy, being Jane Lane with Ohio. Benny wanted to hear Jane's Addiction with Ocean Size. I think that was a Butthole Surfers remix, so I hope you enjoyed that one. Before that was Okeanyo with Eyes to the Sky. We had Groove Terminator with One More Time, because I felt like a bit of a dance. And then before Z-Lines, we had One More Billy with Fast One. Meat Puppets with Oh Me, that was a request for B. And Small Faces with Odgin's Nutgorn Flake for Michael, who has celebrated his 32nd wedding anniversary. I have some special guests in the studio today. So we are going to talk all things World Mental Health Week, and I have Neil, Harley, and Caro in from SteppingStone Clubhouse. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Hello.
Mics are on. There we go.
Thanks for having us.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, that's it. Well, let's first of all, how was everyone's day? Neil, how's your day going? I know it's only 8:20.
I slept for about 6 hours this morning, so...
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Solid effort.
Yeah.
How about you, Harley?
I slept for a little bit more than that.
Very
I
good.
went to bed early last night in preparation for this.
Oh, aren't you good? I didn't.
You didn't?
And I should, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes. Well, I'm just not a morning person. So when I was up and I was doing breakfast, my mother was up and she was like, "What are you doing up this hour?" And I said, "Oh, well, I have plans. I've been invited to something."
Nice.
Nice. This is the second early morning for me this week, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about this now. And also this is kind of familiar ground for me because I used to volunteer here about 20 years ago.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. Obviously posters still hold the building together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we can't take them down.
No.
We just put more posters over the posters.
Yeah.
Just to add strength. Yeah.
That's it. I love it.
All right, so SteppingStone Clubhouse. Tell us, what is it? What's it all about?
Okay, so we're basically a membership organization. In order to become a member, you just have to have a primary mental illness diagnosis. It doesn't have to be, a whole mess with psychiatrists and that. It's a very non-clinical place.
Yep.
It's an actual place where we work side by side with staff members. So members and staff, there's a kitchen, there's a cafe, whatever they do upstairs, more of an admin place, and then a media and social media place, which we're actually trying to do a podcast. So this might get us back into it. But yeah, so membership is free. It's lifelong unless you say otherwise, and we have social things, social recreation every day of the year, including Christmas.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's basically, to make friends, to do meaningful work. It helps you get into other work. If you have not been in work for a while or you're a bit nervous about it, it's something that you don't have to do interviews for, or shop your resume around, which is great because mine is woeful. But opportunities for these jobs. So yeah, that's basically it. And we're at Cooperoo, behind the Coles on Holdsworth Street. There's a little industrial estate, and we're the fun people at the back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you said you do recreational things every day, did you say?
Yes, every day.
Like, what do you do? What kind of recreational things?
We usually at lunchtime do walks. We do meditation upstairs. Sorry?
I said I'm into that.
Yes, walks are good, walking around the block. We sometimes go to the local park just to kick a ball around. There's also table tennis, so some of us love to do that. On Wednesdays afternoons, we usually do games nights or karaoke or other kinds of game-related things. Thursday, which is today, we do particular walks where we go to places like Kangaroo Point, South Bank, places like that. I think goes for about 2 hours. Although that's all together, so that includes getting there and coming back.
Yeah.
So we'd work for maybe an hour or so.
Yoga, gym, swimming, Saturday drives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yep.
yes, and he used to do yoga every Monday, and we would go to the gym on Tuesday. But then COVID kind of shut all of that down.
Yep.
Although I did learn recently that apparently those were going down anyway because of low attendance.
Oh,
And
okay.
then when the dreaded C word came, that just kind of was the final straw, and it ended it all.
Yeah.
And we haven't quite recovered yet.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're working on it. Tuesday evenings, we also sometimes had a study group. So we go to the computer area, and then people could just work by themselves for about an hour or two on, whatever they need to do. For me, I would do that for university work, go through readings, work on assessments, stuff like that. But people could just work on whatever they wanted to do, such as if they were, needed something for. If it was just something they were studying personally, like a language, they could work on that, but we just haven't got that up and running again because of low attendance. So sometimes I would be the only person there.
Yeah.
And then the staff member and I would kind of just show each other different YouTube videos for a while. We would just say like, oh, this is nice music.
Well, you're learning something, right?
Yes, we were. I was doing that. I was showing them obscure classical music pieces.
Wow.
Stuff like
okay.
that, and then they would be asking me questions, and I was like, I'm not even sure how to respond to that. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. YouTube wormholes is what I call them.
Yes, that's a lot of fun.
Yep. Well, that's pretty. Pretty amazing that you've got so many activities going on, like, all the time. That's it definitely sounds like a really important community and network that you've built there with the Clubhouse. Now, do you mind if I ask what brought each of you to the Clubhouse and how it's helped you?
So would Neil like to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we haven't heard from Neil yet.
I've been a member since I was about 18.
Yeah.
And it's actually, when I was 17, I first went to SteppingStone, but I wasn't allowed in because I was too young.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Yeah, it's 18 and over.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Oh yes,
Because
you
I
probably
was
should have mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, great. And
So I've been a
you're
member
yeah.
ever since then.
still there. That's excellent. And how about you, Howard?
I heard about SteppingStone Clubhouse when I was in Belmont Private Hospital in 2018 for mental health treatment.
Yeah.
And so I've been a member ever since then, and I've been volunteering regularly since December, which was just after the second time I was in hospital.
Yeah. And the volunteering, obviously I assume you have to be a member to volunteer. But
You have to be a member. And we sort of don't even call it volunteering. It's
Yeah.
working side by side with staff members. So that includes decision making too.
Yeah.
So
okay.
there aren't any staff-only meetings or member-only meetings,
Yeah.
except maybe the choir. But yeah, generally speaking, if we're making decisions, it's sort of all in together. And a lot of people do what's called the work order day. So they'll come in at a certain time,
Yep.
work in the kitchen or the front. It's that, of course, is very voluntary.
Yep.
I tend to work on projects more than hours. So this project,
Yep.
you know, getting back into Triple Z. Yeah, so that's sort of how it works. It's based on this international clubhouse standard, which I won't bore you too much, but internationally it's to, what's the phrase, nothing about us without us. So members are involved in pretty much everything.
Yeah. And how long have you been with SteppingStone Clubhouse?
Forever. About 2017, yes.
Yeah.
A veteran.
Oh yeah, a veteran. I've got friends who've been there for 20 years, so yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Even more veteran. Yes.
even more veteran. So yeah, so that I found out about it. Just wanted to get some skills and just meet some people. So I've got
Yeah.
great friends from there now. Skills I'm still working on, you know.
Our skills are forever a work on, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Never
Yeah.
ending. How long has the clubhouse been around for? Like, do you know approximately?
94.
1994.
1994, rightio.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yes, I was going to say at least 25 years. I know that
Yeah.
because we celebrated the 25th anniversary a few years ago.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
But yes, that would make it nearly 30 now. Wow.
Excellent. So, of course, we are talking, if you've just tuned in, to some members of SteppingStone Clubhouse because it is World Mental Health Week. I think the official day was Tuesday.
It was, yes.
Yes, I'm getting nods. Good.
Yeah. Yep.
And our theme this year is Our Minds, Our Rights, which is empowering mental health. And we have in the studio Neil, Harley, and Caro. And I hope I said that right, by the way.
You did, beautiful.
Okay. I'm always very nervous about my pronunciation of
Same.
of words I don't know very well. So we've talked about a bit about SteppingStone Clubhouse and your recreational activities and what you do. So how do you think this Clubhouse model, like, why does it work? Obviously it's being pretty successful, I would say, being that you are all long-term members.
Yeah.
So what is it about SteppingStone Clubhouse that is, I guess, needs to be there for everyone?
Okay.
Sorry, I should have
dropped you
warned
in
you.
it.
Maybe Harley?
Oh, you want me to go? Oh, well, what I like about it is the voluntary nature of it.
Yep.
The fact that it's so flexible. I also like the options of it because there are so many different things to do. There are different areas. I specialize in hospitality, so I usually work in the cafe where I would be working as barista. There's things to bake at the cash register, things like that, and I was able to, learn and develop those kinds of skills. But there's also, the computer areas. There's the front. There's upstairs. So sometimes if you just want to switch it up, you can go to those areas, and there's no formal declaration of when you have to be there or what you have to do.
Yeah.
So it's very much like a salad bar of activity and movement, and so that's what I like about that.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Yes, and just before I went to Clubhouse, I had done a barista course in the city, which didn't go very well, because when I had to do these two things at once, I found that I just couldn't keep up. And I was just looking at everybody else. I was like, what are we doing? And so I remember going home, and although I passed, I received a certificate in my email. I didn't feel like I did. I felt like it was kind of a pity thing. I was like, you did good enough.
Yeah.
But once I went to Steps, I was able to actually take those kind of skills as a basic understanding and work with those things, and over the years have developed them.
Yeah.
And so I was glad that I had done it, because then it meant I had at least a few steps in the right direction, so I knew the basics.
Yeah.
Another thing I like is that with a lot of clinical services, it's all about the diagnosis and, one-on-one support. I will say with my friends, we kind of know what's, wrong, scare quotes, with each of us, but that's not entirely what we focus on. And I think that can be a little bit liberating because, you want to have times when you're just laughing about inappropriate crap as well as having bad days and saying, I need to talk to somebody. Like everyone, I think a lot of people understood this in COVID, that yes, you're isolated by force, and a lot of people got depressed in the way that people, perhaps our members, had done before that, and people were understanding, like you say, like bushwalking, couldn't go out for more than an hour, everything was by Zoom.
Yeah.
If Zoom jumped off a cliff, I'd be very happy.
Oh, yes.
Not a big
Zoom.
fan of the Zoom.
Yes, Zoom is just a mess of things.
I mean, we still use it. But
yes, we still do, but I've
yeah.
never enjoyed that. I just find it very strange.
Yeah.
There's just so much that can go wrong.
I'm glad my workplace never did the Zoom thing. So that was great. I didn't have to. Yeah, I had friends who would have to have meetings every day via Zoom. I was like, do you normally have meetings every day though?
exactly.
Anyway,
Yes.
But so how did you go through COVID? Like, obviously, the community's a big aspect, and then COVID would have almost like
Yes.
basically said you're not allowed your community at the
Oh
moment.
yes, those were dark times,
Yeah.
Harry. Dark times.
Yes.
That's why I feel. I remember especially. It would have been. It was 2020 when SteppingStone Clubhouse, well, the main, clubhouse physical place, shut down for. I think it was 2 months between March and May. I mean, it was
Yeah.
still operational. Is that there was still outreach and support and stuff like that. So it didn't officially close down, but the area, the clubhouse where we go to inside every day wasn't open, so I didn't really have anything. I wasn't enrolled in uni at the time, and I was still applying for jobs, so I didn't really have anything. So I was just at home for that time.
Being a barista would have been a hard time to sort of,
Do those things,
yes. Do hospitality,
Yes. Well, I tried. The only jobs I've ever gotten were through SteppingStone Clubhouse as transitional employment, and so. Oh, what was I saying? Yes, I had a job the year before that as car washing and detailing at Barton Motors that didn't last very long. And so then I was trying to look for other things at the Princess Alexandra Hospital. And it wasn't until May that I got that. And so I worked as groundskeeper for that for 9 months.
Yeah.
Yes. And so that was much better once I actually had somewhere to go and things to do. And then at that time, SteppingStone Clubhouse, the main frame anyway, opened up again. So that was much better once you had somewhere to go each day, people to see, things to do.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. I actually quite liked the first couple months of COVID. It was very exciting, hunting down toilet paper and, looking at the news, etc.
Me too. I was very happy that work said you're not allowed to come in and you have to stay home all day. I went, okay. So I basically, luckily I was able to work from home, but it was just great going to work in my pajamas. I was like full on pajamas for 3 months straight. It was
Yes, there are definitely benefits to
There are
that.
benefits. Well, a friend of mine at Steps basically said, a bit depressed, he self-isolates. He said, I've been in training for this my whole life.
yeah.
So-
That's a good
Yes,
way to
the
look at it.
introverts are like, my time has come.
Well,
That's right.
that's exactly how I felt.
Exactly.
So with SteppingStone Clubhouse, so if any of our listeners out there want to get involved or access any of the support systems that you've got set up there, what do they do? How do they get in touch?
This is where I've forgotten our phone number. They can ring us. 3847
3847 1058.
Yes, sorry. We'll do that one more time. 3847-1058. That's the phone number. You can go to our webpage, which is Steppingstone Clubhouse, all one word, .org.au.
Come in for a coffee.
Come in for yes. James is doing. You can't see this. Can't see this.
James is
He's doing some
Besides-
charades, but yes, you can come in for a coffee. You have a tour. Give you free coffee.
Yes, I might be there to make it for you.
Exactly,
excellent.
by a real barista or by me. Pick him. But yes, a real coffee, a tour, and then people can decide whether or not you want to join.
Yeah.
If you join, then you get an orientation, and then you're a member.
Did you say it was free to join?
It is free to join.
Free
Yes.
to join? There
It's
we
also
go.
for life.
There you
Yes.
go. Free life membership.
Free life
everyone.
membership.
Yes.
That's it.
So sometimes I say that we're like the mafia. So
Yeah.
you can never get out.
Yeah, once you're in, you're in. Yeah. Well, there you go. If you want to join a much nicer mafia, go to SteppingStone Clubhouse.
The nice mafia, yes. That's what
Right.
it should be.
And I did want to ask, is the cafe open just to SteppingStone Club members, or is it open to the public? How's that
Well,
work?
we had the World Mental Health Day on Tuesday, and sort of invited everyone in for a look around.
Yeah.
And we're serving people. Generally, the price is it's very cheap. Very cheap brekkie and snacks and lunch, and so generally that's for members. But I think when people are looking around,
Yeah.
tend to.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I'd say that we're not a business, so
No.
yes, it's not like just any random person can just come in whenever. It is
Yeah.
specifically meant to be run by and for members, but people who aren't members can come in for orientations or for specific
Yeah.
events and
Yeah.
days.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And I guess everyone can follow you on the socials.
Yep,
You've
on the
got
socials.
Instagram and
Got
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook. WhatsApp is for us, isn't it? I've just joined WhatsApp. I'm
Yes.
regretting that. But yeah, so just website SteppingStoneClubhouse.org.au.
Northside Clubhouse. Northside Clubhouse.
Oh yes, and we're opening a new clubhouse very soon in Chermside.
Oh, okay, great.
Which is fantastic.
That's on my side of
My,
the
that was my old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Mine was Geelong. Yeah, so that's very exciting because we've been trying to get a second clubhouse for ages.
Yeah.
There's not really, with people who are maybe on unemployment or low wages, it's hard to, take 10 buses to get to us. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the north side needs it. So,
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
So, do you know when the north side branch is opening?
I know soon.
Yeah.
I know soon, that's all I know.
How soon is soon?
Are we talking this year or
How soon is
maybe
now?
next year?
As soon as now.
Okay, it's up in the air, but keep a lookout. The main thing is for our listeners, if you are on the north side and maybe Cooper is a little bit hard to get to, just follow your socials, and I'm sure you'll see the announcements come through there. Yeah, there we go.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Neil, Harley, and Caro for coming in. Thank you for telling us all about SteppingStone
I will mention we
Clubhouse.
joined as a business to subscribe, so
Oh, did you?
listening at home, please subscribe.
Yes.
Unlike us, you guys aren't funded, so subscribe.
Yes. We're
Yeah.
also a volunteer. Working on the sweat of everyone. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we'll go to a track right now. Let's hear one of my other favourite bands, Olivia's World. Let's hear their track, Water. You're listening to 4ZZZ 102.1 FM.